What's up, guys? My name is Jake Zarelic, and I'm making this channel because I've got something on my heart, on my mind, on my spirit that I need to communicate. I need to just document it somehow, so it's on some record. So if anyone sees it in the future, some video, maybe it can help you, because it's finally helped me. And my message is one of just not quitting, not giving up, staying inspired, staying motivated, staying persistent, you know? And while many videos on this channel will go over that, I mean, this main one is, I want to share a little bit about my story and how I got here to this point. Before I get to that, I do want to say that, you know, I've tried for 16 years to improve myself, and I didn't finally, like, just consuming all this content, and I didn't finally realize until I was 35 years old that it's who you become. It's who you become. I went out and sought information. I sought learning. I learned skills that weren't really applicable to what I really wanted to do and desired to do. And not that that's a bad thing, but I didn't work on me. Like, I didn't focus on building me up. I didn't work on my physical. Like, I didn't exercise, really. I mean, I guess I did a little bit, but I didn't stay super close to God, as close to God as I could have. I didn't pray as much as I could have. I had bad habits, you know, and just to admit it, to be completely honest, you know, I was watching pornography years ago, like 80% of men on this planet, not denying that, you know, but even before that time, when I was a teenager, I was addicted to drugs, smoking weed, doing stupid things, even things worse than weed. And those are stories I could tell in different videos later. You know, I could tell you stories all day about drugs I've done, crazy stories about stupid things that happen, overdosing. I tell you all kinds of shit. But the truth is, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't fucking matter. You know what matters? It's who you become in the process. It doesn't matter what you've been through in your entire life. You could have been the worst person in the entire world. You could have murdered someone and been in prison for 20 years and gotten out. You could still be great. You could still be great, absolutely. I believe that. For me, when I was a teenager, I was 15, 16 years old. Started smoking weed for the first time. I knew it was wrong the day I did it, but I did it anyway. And then I did it some more. And I did some more. I did some more. And I started drinking. Oh, and then I tried some cocaine. Oh, and then I tried some OxyContin. Like, and then I tried some of this other thing. Oh, I tried some of this other thing here. Oh, I tried Whippets. You know, if any of you guys don't know what Whippets are, those are those little canisters that are like part of those like whipping cream containers that you can like inhale, and they give you like a little like head. It's weird head high, comes for like a few seconds. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do in your life, dude. That probably killed more brain cells than anything else. It's stupid. For like 3-4 years of my life, I did that shit till I was 19 years old. I'm 36 years old today. So from 16 to 19, I was doing drugs, getting in trouble. Yeah, and on top of that, I was getting in trouble. You know, get in trouble with police, get arrested, go to juvenile hall for like months, get out, be good for like, you know, a couple months, go back, slip up, violate my probation, get arrested again, do something else illegal, steal something. You know, it's mostly stupid shit. vandalism, stealing, doing drugs, testing positive for like weed or marijuana. It's bad. Yeah, this is back when weed was illegal, and you guys had to actually, we had to actually hide from the cops when we took this stuff. Man, it was funny. And like hide in places in our cars. And now, well, because I'm out here in California right now today as I shoot this, and you know, I think that in California, I know it's legal here in California, but you know, I think eventually it'll be legal all over. Not that I agree with that, but it's just kind of the, I don't know, it's just the wave. It seems like that's the way it's going. But anyway, so 19, you know, I had a big change in my life, really big change. So I was in this relationship, right? This girl. Now, not to say that I wasn't crazy or had problems, but I mean, she was pretty messed up. I don't know where she is today, but that's okay, because I know where I am. So I'm trying to get rid of her, right? Trying to get her out of my life, because I knew I wanted to be better. I knew I wanted to change, but I just couldn't get myself there, you know? I wasn't quite ready yet. Anyway, we're trying to get her out of my life. And I'm not a violent person, dude. Like, naturally, I'm not a violent person. I'm really not. And you know, she came over one night to the house, got real drunk, real drunk, and smoking weed. I was all faded, like really bad, right? And we start fighting, getting an argument. I remember keep saying this night, "This is the new Jake. I'm done. This is over. This is the new Jake. This is the new Jake." And that's it. I blacked out. After that, I blacked out. I came to. I finally woke up. I kind of like became aware again. And, you know, my girlfriend, she was on the floor, like she was on the ground, right? Her name was Angel. She was on the ground. And I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Anyway, she leaves the house. I don't know how much time goes by, but I'm sitting there. Sitting at the table, backyard, whatever. And her brother comes over. Her brother was a friend of mine. Comes to the house. Starts banging on the door, tells me to come out. I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm so wasted. He brought some of his other friends with him who I knew as well. And, you know, I had this dog, right? This little dog was like a German Shepherd Lab kind of mix. Cool dog. Wasn't trained, but anyways, I set him outside to try to protect me, but he did nothing. He did absolutely nothing. Anyway, I walk outside. I just get punched in my face hard, dude. I go down. But he gets on top of me, starts just hammering my face with a left, right, over and over again, just beating on me. So that was that. I didn't pass out. I didn't get knocked out. They left. I get up, I drag myself inside, lay down on my bed, fall asleep. Wake up the next morning, have no idea what's happening. But I had this big swollen eye. I don't have a picture of that, unfortunately, but that's okay. I know you guys don't want to see that. So I get up, and for that whole day, I didn't know what was going to happen. But I knew something was going to happen. got a text message from a buddy for my job. It was my day off from this job. It was funny, I actually managed to keep a job through all this. But anyways, I got a text saying cops are in here looking for you. I'm like, okay. I was contemplating two things that day. Two things. And I think this wasn't the major decision, but I think this decision probably altered the course of how my life may have looked. So, first thing, I thought about fleeing, running away, getting in my car, driving away, leaving the state, going across the state somewhere to some other state, and starting over. Or confront the beast, walk into the fire, and turn myself in. Something told me I needed to do the latter. So I did. I turned myself in, but first, before I did that, in the glove compartment of my car, I had a bunch of Oxycontin. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a synthetic heroin. It's like a very extreme pain medication pill you can take. I took like 3 or 4 of them, dude, because I knew I wasn't gonna get any more. So I took like 3 or 4 of them, just so I was all calm and quiet. And I was actually driving around town. I went home, cops were waiting for me, turned myself in. I didn't confess to anything, but I was like, let's see, I don't know. I don't have anything to say. Let's go. So I ended up taking a plea deal on this thing, but my ex at the time, she didn't want to press charges on me. And honestly, I still don't know to this day exactly what happened when I blacked out and then came to and she was on the ground. I don't know what happened. It's troubled me my entire life for years because I'm not a violent person. I'm not. But I've thought that I was. That's the difference. I've thought that I was violent for so many years. I've thought that I was this bad person that did this thing for so many years. I didn't forgive myself. Even though when I was in jail when I was 19, I gave my life to God and Jesus Christ. I did not forgive myself for years. I didn't know who I was supposed to become or what I was supposed to do or who I was supposed to be. I didn't know. It's like I didn't have the data. For some reason, I just, like, bad communication is something that I didn't know how I could get that. Like, I knew what was right to do most of the time. The whole time, actually, I would say. The whole time I knew it was right, but I didn't do it. And that was become the best version of myself. Now, when I was 19, I gave my life to God, tried to be better, but I was still so messed up emotionally, spiritually. I had no one to guide me, man. No one to guide me. There weren't really any leaders in my life, and that was the main problem. And that's the main problem today, man, is there's no leaders out there. There's not enough leaders out there leading people to the next frickin' level. So I wasn't leading my life. I wasn't leading myself. And that's where it starts. With you leading yourself to the next level. And then going out and seeking leaders. So what I did for 16 years, I got an education, college degree. Not ashamed of that, but if I were to go back, I would have just probably got a job and started working, full-time, sales or something. Actually, definitely sales. And I would have gotten the internet space early on. So I was doing that. Then when I was about 26, about 10 years ago. I started finding some new information. Like I ran into like these books, these entrepreneurship books, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. Great book. All these are great books, man. They're like, wow, like there's a whole different way of thinking. Like there's a whole different way of thinking that you can use, you can apply. Like there's another way to live. And you know, at the time I was miserable, dude. Like, you know, I was thinking, like, how the hell am I gonna even do this? Because I was trying to implement things, man, and like, it's like everything was just so messed up, like around me, in my environment, in my life, and I couldn't communicate with people. I didn't know what I wanted. I tried like setting goals. I didn't know what I wanted. Like all these crazy stupid things, dude. Like all these crazy stupid things. They had like nothing that didn't push me forward, you know. And I stayed frozen in that. It was like a cycle, like over and over again. And it had to go all the way back to the time I was getting in trouble and shit, you know. I just stuck in this cycle over and over again. It's just repeating, spinning my wheels. It's because I didn't have a leader in my life. I wasn't leading my own life. I wasn't staying close to God. And I didn't have a specific, clear, defined goal that I was really pursuing. And I didn't know my own identity. I didn't know exactly who I was. And today, I'm pursuing who I am and who I'm becoming. I'm chasing a man that I seek to become. And that's the difference. Because now, instead of chasing the money or chasing some dream, chasing some goal that I have written down on a piece of paper, some dollar amount, like I'm chasing an identity. I'm chasing the man that I want to become. Like, who do I want to be emotionally? Who do I want to be spiritually? Who do I want to be physically? How close do I want to be with God? How close do I want to know myself? You know? And those are things that have shifted my mindset and changed the way that I think. And I know that you guys can do the same thing. But my message to you is just understand who you are, you know? Understand that you are a child of God. Understand that you can do anything. Understand that you were made and you were designed for something greater, something bigger, and something that's for you, man. Like, something that you are supposed to do. And something that God wants for you. And it's something that I want for you too. But this video is to share a little bit on my story. I hope that you guys got some value from this. I'll share more of my story in later videos. But this channel is all about just being vulnerable, being willing to put yourself out there, being willing to talk about hard stuff, to talk about doing the hard stuff, to making a message, to sending a message to the world that we all can become better, we all can become greater. We know how we can do that, and it's by staying close to God. Pursuing physical health, fitness, having a strong mindset, having a strong work ethic, you know, all these good things, the things that I've mentioned. I've always had a good work ethic, dude. I just had a poor mindset mentality. So I love you guys. I'm so glad that I've had the opportunity to make this video. I just thank God that he puts these words in my heart. And, you know, I want you all to do well. Stay blessed. Be great. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.